everyone and welcome to the channel. The wait is finally over. We have gone through the weeks and Daredevil Born Again has finished airing all 9 episodes on Disney+, and the Devil of Hell's Kitchen is officially back in the MCU. But let's be real, the journey here was rough. There were huge expectations and a huge creative overhaul mid-production. The question isn't just is it good, it's did Marvel actually manage to save this thing? Stick around because we're diving deep into season 1, the good, the bad, and the redirection. Look, we all wanted this. After Netflix cancelled Daredevil, fans have been wanting for Charlie Cox's Daredevil to return. But the fear was that bringing him into the main MCU, especially on Disney+, would mean a lighter Disney-fied version, losing what made the original so special. And here's my take after watching all 9 episodes. The creative overhaul definitely course-corrected away from disaster and brought back crucial elements we needed. But the show is still wrestling with its identity. It's not quite Netflix season 4, and it's not fully a seamless MCU entry either. It's Born Again, with the complications. Let's start with the undeniable strength, the core cast. Charlie Cox is Matt Murdock. He slips back into the role effortlessly, bringing that familiar conflicted intensity. Vincent D'Onofrio is equally magnificent as Wilson Fisk. Seeing their characters spar again is fantastic. The big news from the overhaul was bringing back Deborah Ann Wool as Karen Page and Eldon Henson as Foggy Nelson. Their absence in the original plan was unthinkable, and their late inclusion provides sauce for the story. However, I feel like the writing doesn't always give the depth we saw on Netflix. Those long introspective monologues, mostly gone, replaced by quicker dialogues. It keeps the pace up, but you do miss some of that layered character work. But the returning cast's presence highlights the biggest story behind the story, that creative overhaul. Reports indicate the original version was almost a complete reboot, sidelining Karen and Foggy entirely, possibly killing Foggy off-screen differently, and focusing on new villains like Muse and corrupt cops. Marvel apparently hit the brakes, brought in a new showrunner, Dario Scardapan from The Punisher, new directors for key episodes, and ordered significant reshoots. This is why Isla Zura is back as Vanessa Fisk in replacing another actress. This is why Bullseye, played by Wilson Bethel, is back, and why Karen and Foggy are in the show at all. The result? It feels like the first and last couple of episodes handled by the new team are significantly stronger, better shot, more stylish, and more connected to the Netflix feel. Episodes 1, 8, and 9 definitely stand out. But the middle section, largely using older footage, can feel uneven, almost like a whole different show. Episode 5, the bank heist episode, was reportedly untouched, and it feels quite standalone. The patchwork nature of the show is evident. While they saved it from becoming something completely unfamiliar, the stitched together production remains visible throughout. Speaking of the things not quite landing, let's talk about the plot outside of Matt and Fisk's dynamic. Kingpin running for mayor is a fantastic premise, and when the show focuses on Fisk consolidating power, his relationship with Vanessa, and Matt navigating this new threat legally and illegally, it works. D'Onofrio sells Fisk's menace as masterfully as the Netflix shows all throughout this show. The problem? The new supporting characters. They often feel underdeveloped. For example, Muse, a potentially terrifying villain from the comics, comes across as a bit generic here. Matt's new allies and love interest Heather Glenn don't quite fill the void left by Karen and Foggy's reduced initial roles or connect as strongly. The focus often feels split, and the side plots don't always mesh well or feel consequential compared to the central Murdoch-Fisk conflict. So the story is a mixed bag, but what about the feel? The vibe? Does Born Again capture the brutal street-level neo-noir feel of the original? Mostly, but not entirely. It's certainly more violent and darker than most Disney Plus Marvel shows, aiming for the TVMA rating. The fight choreography when it happens is often excellent, crunchy, brutal, and well suited to Daredevil's style. The opening brawl with Bullseye is very well done. But there are definitely some inconsistencies. Matt spends a chunk of the season out of the suit, justified by the plot but still feels weird. There's maybe an overuse of CGI and slow motion in some fights compared to the more practical feel of the Netflix show, but I think it's okay. And while gritty, it doesn't quite reach the pervasiveness and darkness and stylish neo-noir cinematography of the original series. It's trying to bridge the gap, but sometimes feels caught between two worlds. While the show's flaws are maybe less noticeable during weekly viewing, binge watching the entire season makes the production disruptions painfully obvious. So, Daredevil Born Again Season 1, it's a complicated rebirth. The returning cast, especially Cox and D'Onofrio, are phenomenal and carry the show. The creative overhaul undoubtedly saved it from being a potential disastrous reboot, bringing back essential characters and a more familiar tone in key places. Kingpin's Mayor arc provides a solid core conflict. However, the scars of its troubled production are visible. The season feels uneven with jarring tonal shifts and underdeveloped new characters, weakening the overall narrative. While the action can be great, it doesn't consistently match the grounded intensity of its predecessor. My verdict? It's an 8 out of 10 when I was watching it weekly, but a 7 out of 10 when binged straight through. A flawed, sometimes frustrating, but ultimately worthwhile return for the man without fear. It succeeds more than it fails, especially for fans who have waited so long. But there's definite room for improvement in Season 2 now that the creative team is fully established. We are finally getting the Double D logo and the Shadowland suit from the comics, which may hint at the return and MCU debut of the Hand. Buzz around the Defender's return is also skyrocketing, making me even more excited for Season 2. But that's just my take. What did you think about Daredevil Born Again? Did the overhaul work for you? Was it gritty enough? Is it better or worse than a Netflix series? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, hit the like button, subscribe for more content and ring that bell so you don't miss out on the next video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.